For the last 3 years, Microsoft Flight Simulator has been a digital blessing, giving pilots and aviation enthusiasts the power to fly the plane of their dreams over the most accurate photorealistic scenery to date in a simulator. And if you wanted to see flying toilets, look no further. Jokes aside, the world is boundless, but not when it comes to super short runways. Only some of the most experienced pilots earn the privilege of getting to land aircraft at airports like these. But in games like Flight Simulator, we get to try those death-defying landings from the armchair. Welcome to another video about my top 5 shortest runways in the world. Number 1 on this list is definitely going to be Runways, or more commonly known as Saba. This airport is widely acknowledged as having the shortest commercial runway in the world at 1,300 feet long. Appropriately, jet aircraft are then prohibited from landing at this runway, making planes like the Twin Otter and helicopters common tools to reach the island. But if you've watched videos of this airport in Microsoft Flight Simulator, then you've likely seen other people hitting this runway with jumbo jets and AN-225s, which is fun and crazy, but I wanted to be only a little more realistic with the Cessna Citation. We could just pretend that this was an emergency diversion. The second runway on my list is located northwest of the German mainland on an island that was used in World War II called Düne. Welcome to Heligoland Airfield. The approach that's normally plagued by strong winds leads to a runway that spans 1,575 feet. In 2006, the runway had actually been extended 200 feet so that it could meet E regulations for commercial use. Until then, it was Saba, but in Europe. The challenge offered by its location warrants pilots to obtain specialized training prior to completing a flight to this destination. There's even a weight limit of 12,600 pounds on the surface of the runway, so I thought the citation longitude was too big a choice, but it's safe to say with reverse thrusters I made it in one piece. After a couple tries, that is. Number 3 is one that had to be on this video. A favorite since the days of Flight Simulator X, Tenzing Hillary, otherwise known as Lukla, resides under the shadow of Mount Everest. The runway spans 1,720 feet and sets at an elevation of 9,330. The airport is definitely one of the most deadliest on the list due to the inability for any go-arounds, so this is one of the first points of no return for tourists heading to summit Mount Everest. In the 60s, the Sherpas who own this land helped build this runway in exchange for liquor by performing a foot-stomping dance. It was just gravel back then until 2001, so you just have to imagine this Beech 18 performing a soft-field landing with decreased performance because of the altitude, if the runway length wasn't enough. The fourth runway on my list is another crowd favorite in the Swiss Alps. It's Courchevel. There's yet another runway that got extended for commercial use, namely because of the 1992 Winter Olympics. It is widely known for its 18% gradient and is almost the same length as the runway at Lukla, being 1,762 feet. It's another dangerous one with the policy of not allowing go-arounds. However, when pilots have to pitch up 20 degrees to land on a runway, I don't think stopping would be too big of an issue. Take for example the Citation CJ4 with no reverse thrusters. Number 5, the last, but definitely not least, actually my favorite on the list, Gustav III, otherwise known as Saint Barth, features a modest 2,119-foot runway, with a twist on short final, having a steep slope which forces pilots to approach at an angle much steeper than the normal glide slope. It's a combination of being fast enough not to stall on the flare, but not too fast, so that the plane doesn't run off onto the beach at the end of the runway. It's safe to say that even with reverse thrusters, this result you're about to see with the citation longitude was definitely not the first attempt, or the second, or the third. Nevertheless, it was a blast trying to pull off. don't forget to drop a like, and if you have any thoughts, comments, or suggestions, leave those down below. And I'm open for requests too for what's next. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.